Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market session. We had a mild recovery in the US markets after 5 days of losing streak after the reports that European Central Bank might support some of the bond yields by pumping in more liquidity, and there was some stability even in the European markets. Back home friends, we had some amount of nervousness yesterday morning when we opened up. But there is some amount of support that we are getting around 5200 odd mark, which is definitely positive. But we'll check with our technical expert how sustainable that support could be. In terms of flows, friends, we continue to see negative flows by the FIIs. Yesterday they sold to the tune of 446 crore in the cash market, and even domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of 82 crore. There are some important data points to be announced today. IIP numbers would be out, and the expectations is that it's going to be about 6.7% versus 6.8%. The importance of this is that this might be an important trigger for the RBI's review meet, which will happen later in the week. So based on the IIP number, they might really decide whether to go ahead with a rate cut or no. Remember, very few people in the market are expecting a rate cut given the fact that the overall inflation number continues to be high. So this is something that we'll be watching out for. On that note, let me invite Saumil to take a technical check on the market. Hi Saumil, there is some amount of support that we are getting around 5200, but the overall sentiment is very nervous, and the volumes also for the past few days have been quite dismal. So what is your advice to the traders from here on?
At this point of time, the short term remains negative because we're making low top, slow bottom. The momentum indicator on the hourly charts are very flat, and even if there is a buy signal, the markets are not bouncing back. So there's a lot of selling pressure and there's a lot of weakness. So the bias remains negative. The most important level to watch out would be around these levels, which is the support of this trend line, which is around 5100 and 5125, and that is the same level where 200 daily moving average lies. 200 daily moving average is around 5150. So this 25 points is extremely important for traders, and as and when we get down to those levels, we might just get a bounce or might get a very big bull rally, but for time being we're making low top, slow bottom. So the short term remains negative, and I'll be expecting markets to take support at this trend line.
Also, Saumil, now that you're saying that the bias is down, around what level one can really look at shorting the market if the bias is down? Because market did move up to about 5290, 5300 levels. So is 5300 or 5320 a good level to short the market? 5310
is the exact level where this higher top has been formed. Right. Okay, and that will be the most important resistance for a trader. If some trader wants to go short on the market, 5300, 5310 would be a very good resistance support stop loss level, and then can go short till 5125, which is our target of this trend line. Right. The most important thing here is the momentum indicators become very flat, has completed a cycle, touched the zero line, which is negative for the markets. If it will turn to negative, then it will complete the cycle of the downside and go to the oversold zone, which will again break the 200 daily moving average, and which will be very negative for the markets.
Right. And are there any specific trading opportunities that you have for us?
Absolutely. Today we have Tata Motors here. We formed a head and shoulder pattern, a flag pattern on the right shoulder, and I'll be expecting this to break on the downside. In the short term, I'll be expecting not more than 255, 250 levels, not more than that, and then a bounce from there. But if it does not sustain around 250 levels, then a downside is extremely possible. The second stock is BHEL. It is absolutely negative, making low top, slow bottom, taking resistance at this trend line, upward sloping trend line, and the 20 daily moving average, which is extremely negative. I'll be expecting this stock to make new swing lows, which will be around 225, 230 levels, and in fact even below that.
Okay, Swamil, thanks a lot for that update. Friends, from the news perspective, we have a few listings today. NBCC is getting listed. The stock was issued at 106 rupees, and we believe that at about 13 to 14 times forward PE, this doesn't look attractive given the space it's operating in. So we believe that one can really sell the stock in the range of about 114 to 120. MT Educator. Mahesh Tutorials, as is popularly known as in Bombay, is also getting listed. Overall prospects of that industry are looking good. So for long-term investors, one may continue to hold the stock. Also, friend, yesterday during the market hours, we had the news that the Supreme Court has set aside the SEBI's special leave petition on MCX SX, which effectively means that SEBI will have to amend its laws about MIIMP, and it may allow the MCX to go ahead with launching the exchange on these equities and futures and options front. This, if it actually happens, would be a big positive trigger for MCX and for financial technologies both. So yesterday the stock was up, but we believe that what actually happens going forward is very, very important for FT and MCX. Apart from that, friends, we have a press conference today on Max India, where the reports are that 26% of the stake in Max New York Life could be offered to a Japanese company. So this is a stock which would be in action. Remember, a couple of days before, we had some block deals happening in the stock around 181, 182 levels. Also, friends, yesterday there were reports that the CCI report on cement cartelization would be out in the next 15 days, and because of that we had seen some weakness in stocks like ACC and Ambuja and India Cement. So because of this development, we might see some volatility in the stocks like ACC, Ambuja, Ultratech and India Cement. Also, there are reports in the newspaper that some of the non-urea fertilizer like GSFC, Deepak Fertilizers and RCF, where they are making chemicals by using the subsidized gas, they might have to refund the differential pricing with retrospective effect. So this is something which is negative, and we might see in the morning some negative reaction for the stocks like GSFC, Deepak Fertilizers and RCF. That's it from all of us, friends, on the news front. Have a nice trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.